And Guru in the house, back within the bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, biggest news that's hitting us. Unai Emery has actually spoken after for the first time in a complete interview with Gillian Bellag. Well, here's what he said. The game against Sheffield United was a bit of a turning point. In 1 month, everything got broken, and we were incapable of winning a game in seven. The tension, which was based on the question we were asking of what's happening to us, was like a rolling ball, and that was just getting bigger and bigger. The coach is the first person to come into the spotlight. I have lived this at other clubs, but I have managed to conquer it by getting the team back on track. But the truth is that month at Arsenal was terrible. I spoke to the players 3 or 4 weeks before the process began to tell them things were not going well, and I couldn't see the team I pictured on the field. I couldn't identify what I was looking for. We certainly failed to be a unit that opposition would struggle to get the better of. So yes, I think unbelievable. And also he went on saying, I had won 3 Europa Leagues and I was joining at a time when the club were also looking at the opportunity of once again winning titles. As it is, they have been in Europe for 20 years without a European Cup final. Last year we played in the final against Chelsea and were unable to win it. We were also competing in the Europa League where perhaps the efforts we made left us with too much to do because we were in the top four for the last games. We were losing confidence, and it's also true to say losing a bit of stability. Yes, unbelievable, isn't it? But moving on, while there are lots of things that actually added to, but Tony Adams has criticized Adu Gaspar and Raul Sanyehi after Arsenal's defeat to Chelsea. He says it is all about recruitment. I'm not so sure about Edu. He had 1 year at Corinthians, South American. I'm not sure he knows the European market. I'm very worried. It must be said the hands of the club and the recruitment are in the hands of Raul and Edu. And judging by the last window, we didn't get the appropriate players. We made the team worse. Steve Bowles told me during his 5 years at Arsenal, and he spent most of his time with the technical analysts looking at players. He is more a coach than he is actually a player during those 5 years. He's totally obsessed with the game, and if there's a man who can do it, I've got to be a little bit positive here. He's very, very conscientious about the players and the staff he wants, so hopefully he has a big say in who he wants to bring in. Well, Mikel Arteta has spoken about his disappointment at Arsenal's defeat versus Chelsea. He said, I'm really disappointed with the result and the way we conceded the goals and the timing of them as well. I'm pleased with a lot of things that I've seen. I'm pleased with a lot of things we worked on in training that actually happened in the game and how they brought into this. But I'm disappointed to lose the game, obviously. We had to sustain that level for longer periods against a very, very physical team like Chelsea. We have to move on. Well, Arsenal's goalkeeper Baer Leno's horrendous error actually cost everything. Well, the Arsenal's fans made their presence felt in Twitter as well. One said Leno is a low-budget De Gea. Another one said Genduzi, no words needed. Arteta needs to heavily learn from his idiocy today. Leno, an absolute disaster class. Another one said, Bird Leno, my boy, what was that? How did you get possessed by the spirit of Almunia in a time like that? And here's what Baer Leno actually tweeted. He said, very tough day today, but I have to look forward. And not only that, I think the best part was, I think a lot of Arsenal players actually came out in support of him. Well, Danny Ceballos said, you are big. Let's go, friend. Alex Lacazette said, we are together, Lennox. Arsenal put up a heart emoji. Socrates said, we go again together. So yes, everyone is there together. So English clubs with most major honors, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal have been fifth in the 2010-2020. In the decade, we have got three major honors being an English club. Well, also here's one more stat for you. Arsenal with the third worst win percentage this season in the Premier League after game week 2. We are better than Watford and Norwich City, ladies and gentlemen. Also, George Graham was in attendance for the match against Chelsea. It's great, isn't it? But here's the best part that you can actually learn and why. Bayer Leverkusen will resist any January offers for Arsenal target Kevin Volland. Also, the best part is that Arsenal are prepared to buy £50 million Red Bull Leipzig centre back Upamecano. But the problem is two clubs are also getting in competition with Arsenal, and that is Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City. So I think it's going to be a very uphill task for Mikel Arteta, because we have actually had four consecutive home defeats for the first time since 1959. Three consecutive home league games lost for the first time since 1977. Fewer points in 2019 than Crystal Palace. Well, Arsenal are really, really in a very bad shape. Let's see how Arteta brings us up. But the best part is the January transfer window is opening after a day, so make sure to see that Arteta has definitely made sure that he has, earmark his players, and just now the recruitment has to get his players and not impose their own influence. And I don't want their involvement at all. It's just that Arteta should speak what players he wants in his system, and that recruitment should get him what he wants. So that's what I want to see. So if you want to see the same, like the video. I'm actually aiming at 10 likes for this video. So hit the like button if you do. Subscribe if you actually like the content what you are actually hearing, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications. We come up with 2 videos every day about Arsenal, so make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.